Thank you for joining me today. I'm Sandra at COSIES, and I've got these lovely little tea cosies today. Well, I've called them tea cosies mainly because they've got little tea bags in them to give as gifts, and I've added some chocolate the other side so that you've got two for the price of one, so you've got two little gifts in one. I found this tea in my local supermarket, and this one's called Nighttime, organic oat flour, lavender and lime flour, and this one is a detox, a clean fusion of organic aniseed, fennel and cardamom, and I thought they would be the ideal thing to put in my tea cosy bags. So I've called them tea cosy bags because I've used this new designer series paper stacks that we've got in Stampin' Up now for the celebration period, and this has got all sorts of tea bags on and little teapots and cups and saucers. But if you don't want the tea bag teapot theme, you can choose the other side of the paper, which has just got ordinary colours on and even little cupcakes. So you've got a wide choice in here, 48 sheets in the set, and that's 6 by 6 inches. So I think they're lovely, and that's why I've called these my tea bag cosies. They stand up on their own, so I think they're very sweet, and I have fastened them together with these new hook and loop adhesive dots that I got from Amazon, and you get 100 hooks and 100 loops. They're 13 millimeters self-adhesive dots. I got those off of Amazon, and I thought that instead of using ribbon to stick mine together, that I would use these little dots, because I tried the ribbon on them and I didn't like the look. So we're going to get started on that project today. I'll put those off to one side like that. So this is a very easy project done on the envelope punch board, and the only reason I've used the envelope punch board is that it's the only item that I've got that does a diagonal line. So that's what we're into here, are the diagonal lines. You don't do any punching, you just do scoring. So to start with, you need to fold your paper in half across the diagonal, and then using your bone folder you just press that down like that to get your middle score line, and we're going to work from that middle score line now. So you put the paper in your board, and you've got the middle score line is now coming down across this diagonal here. So you put your paper in at the 1 inch mark. You don't do any punching, you just get your bone folder, and you just do your crease in the normal way you would on this scoreboard. Then you turn it right the way round to the opposite side. So I've got my score line I've done there and my middle line there. You put it in at the 1 inch mark again, and then you do your score line on the other side. Now we are turning it round to the opposite side that we've scored our lines on. So on this line long piece here, which has no scoring, we put that in at the 2.5 inch mark, and we score a line across there. Turn it right round to the opposite side and put it in again at 2.5 inches and score a diagonal line across there. That is all you need to do on your envelope punch board tool. So we can put that away, and then getting your bone folder, you just do the other creases that you made and just burnish those nicely. So it doesn't take many minutes to put this together, and you could give these as little Easter gifts if you wanted to, or even for Valentine's, because this one here has got little hearts on. So what I've done, I am just going to stick that down on itself like that, making sure that the middle lines across there meet up. And then we're going to do what's known as valley and mountain folds. So you want to go that way first, then you're going the opposite way for that middle score line, and then the opposite way for the last score line. And that creates your mountain and valley folds like that. Like that. So then you're going to put it back on itself like that, and you can see that you have now made your little tea cosy bag. Very, very simple and so dead cute, I reckon. So in order to adhere that together, we're going to use our hook and loop adhesive dots. So the way I have found it as the easy way to do this is to get one of each off your pack, place that on top like that, and then pull the other one off from underneath it so that you've got the two together on your thumb. And then place it on one side and press it down nice and firmly, and then make sure that you've got these two top parts coming together nice and evenly before you press that down on itself, and then you'll get a nice even join there. And as you can see, that stands up on itself quite easily without any help. So then we put our tea bags and our chocolate in, and you can use any tea bags that of your choice really. So I've put tea bags one side and my chocolate the other. You could just put all tea bags in if you want, different flavours, entirely up to you, who you're giving it to and what they like really. So I've put those in there, and now we're going to do our little fancy embellishments. So I get my Whisper white cardstock, so I've got a piece here, and today I'm going to use the Homemade For You stamp set, and I'm going to use this one, Bought This Just For You. So I'm going to prep that up on my block, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo ink because I've got Melon Mambo colours in here. So ink that up and stamp that down. That's it. And then using a 1.5 inch punch, you place that in there. I need to cut a little bit off that. So that fits in there nicely. Well, it does when I get it a bit more cut off. There we are. Good. And then I'm going to layer that up on some Bermuda Bay cardstock. I just love Bermuda Bay. It's my favourite colour, this is. It's just so gorgeous. I just love this colour. I can't stop using this colour. I have to force myself to use other colours because I have a tendency to go for this Bermuda Bay cardstock every time I make a project. So we're just going to stick that down onto our Bermuda Bay like that, and then you need to put your glue just on the bottom half of your sentiment. And put plenty of glue on, because if you don't, it will just fall off. And then centre that onto near the bottom and press it down firmly. And then I've got some Melon Mambo cardstock here, and I'm just going to cut out a couple of hearts. And I've got my glue dots here, and I'm just going to stick those on here. I'm going to put one on there, like that, turn that round, and I'm going to put one on the tea bags this side. Now I'm not going to do another sentiment on this other side, because I think you get the idea about the sentiment. So on here I've got a little house with "You're so sweet," and on this one, "For you with love, you're so sweet." So I think you get the idea that if you want another sentiment on that side, that you can put one on. So that is my project for today. If you would like a Stampin' Up catalogue, it's now our celebration, and you can get lots of free gifts. For every £45 you spend, you can get a free gift. So let me know if you'd like any catalogues. Thank you for joining me today, and until the next time, bye.